All right, a couple of highlights from September 22nd, GreatStockPicks.com trading room. Everybody saw the market gapping down this morning, and I just reminded everybody that, hey, it's not a given that the market's going to tank, so I'm going to sit on my hands for the first, 30 minutes or so and let the setups come to me. And that's what I did. So FCX was one that we had on watch anyway. These are daily candles, and FCX has just been getting killed. See the increasing volume? And then today, wow, it gaps down, okay? So it's already down big and then gaps down. This definitely went on my radar for long watch, and then you can see as I scroll over that big initial sell-off and the increasing volume using a method. Give me a second here. A method that I teach in chat called FCX at 3180. Hard to see, probably right there maybe on that green candle. Worst case stop was a little wide for what I like to call, but it's because FCX was making such a crazy move. So you, as I always remind people, adjust for the higher or the wider stop with correct position size. You can always, if you normally take 1,000 shares, you can bump that down to where you're still in your comfort zone if you get stopped out, because the stop was 49 cents below. That's a very wide stop for GreatStockPicks.com. We usually try to keep them 20 cents or less, but you have to base them on the chart. So you can always adjust with position size. 3180, and this thing went to, doesn't look huge, right? But from 3180, and it's because this area is so wide as far as price range, but from 3180, this did make it to 33.45. So even though it doesn't look very big, that's a $1.65 move in our favor on less than 50 cents risk. Another one similar to that, PTEN. Again, similar to that, was already down big several days in a row, so we had it on bounce watch. Then, of course, we got the gap down like in everything. And I just basically called it simply over this green candle. I mean, that was one that just almost traded itself. 1821, 1804 stop, 16 cents risk. And it doesn't look huge, but it made it to, again, 1857. And when with the Dow and the market being so weak, it's nice to have an upside 36-cent move in our favor. On very tight stop. And again, once we get a move in our favor, we always take some off table and tighten the stop. Now, that doesn't always work. ATI, I tried to make a call right over this little narrow candle here. I think it was a little more than a dime risk. 36.95 was the entry. But it's proof that doesn't always work, because the market was getting killed at the time too. So I said trade small with it. But that one did stop out for a little more than a dime. So don't want to act like our bottom fishing always works. But we're pretty consistent with it. Late in the day, I called RIG in the same fashion. RIG had that look and looked like this. And the way I teach to trade that would have been 50.61 right here if it broke this candle, and it did, with a worst case stop about 25 cents below. And again, doesn't look like much, but this ended up going all the way to 52. So $1.40 almost in our favor on about 25-cent risk. Now, I put it on long watch when it looked like this. However, I did not get a chance to make a live call on it. And some of our traders that know how to trade it, I was caught looking elsewhere, or something was going on where I missed this entry. But some of our traders took it, and it never did stop out. And that was a nice move too. But I can't act like I called it, because I didn't. And then there was other stuff like EXK. I actually like this one. I don't usually call high of day breaks. But EXK, I said I like this at 11:34, I think it was, and it got a quick move to 11:48. Again, so that's a nice little profit there, but it kind of jumped, and a lot of people didn't get it because they used limit orders. I got a bad fill. I got a couple penny higher fill than I wanted, but still like a 15 or so cent move, and plenty of time to put some money in my pocket. And I did make money on that one. But anyway, so I'm trying to go over everything I called today. That may be it. There was an ARMH call that basically ended up flat. Looking at my notes here, MNTA idea that we canceled because it didn't set up right after that. So that's how we're handling this market, guys. We're sitting on hands during the early chaos and making setups come to us, usually with a lot of volume involved, or we're not going to call it. So that's what I have today. Sorry, I was reading something there. So that's it, and we'll be back tomorrow or sometime this weekend with Friday's highlights. Until then, we'll talk to you later.